My name is Swanzal Kapoor and I'm the design principal at Saka Studio based in Gurgaon. We're a boutique practice that has been around for over 20 years and we're passionate about design. Coming into this home, when I first walked into the space, it was a typical old home that was, badly lit, full of blocked spaces. And yet there was a beautiful garden, there was a north-oriented frontage, and it was very clear that there was a lot of potential here. We also had false ceilings which concealed the double height volumes that the space had, which later on beautifully revealed old arched vaulted ceilings. I think one of the most exciting aspects of interiors is how light enters it. And my first reaction when I experienced this space before we started the design changes was how dark the interior spaces were. And it was very clear to me that we wanted to really maximize the glass envelope of the skin that was being added so that we would get the maximum amount of daylight into the space. Glass plays a very key role in all contemporary architecture and interiors today because it allows views, connections, and a unity within every project. In this case, we were also able to overlook onto two sides because of the driveway and the garden, which completely transforms the quality of the interior because you have views into open spaces and into interior spaces from every single space in the home. I think the real beauty in this home where glass has played a prominent role is again the outdoor box and the skin that was added as the contemporary connection between the existing home and the garden. And that really adds a kind of light quality and a kind of view into the green which makes all the interior spaces very memorable. The critical decisions we took were to extend into the garden. And the idea was to kind of create the skin, a transparent skin, which was expressed through the form of a linear box, which cantilevered into the garden and create a series of glazed openings that actually allowed the light to permeate all the way into the heart of the house, which is where the living room is. Along the entire external envelope, we added windows, added double height openings, and this also enabled all the spaces to interlink with each other. We did use toughened glass for all the glazing to ensure that there was no breakage and danger because of that, and a heat protective film even though the primary glazing is facing north, just to make sure that we minimized heat gain into the envelope of the house. So that's really what we did. What was really exciting when we opened up the volumes of the bedroom and the living space was the ability that we could get light to come in all the way into the living room, and also the use of this glass partition between the living and the bedroom enables you to kind of look through the study into the sky above from the living room, which is almost about, I would say, 25 feet in from the edge of the building. So I think what it does is kind of sets up a very interesting kind of dialogue between these spaces and also enables daylighting to reach the living room. There are two bathrooms in this home. The first is the master bath, and because of its location adjoining the garden, we took a rather alternative decision of having a large glass window facing the wash basin so that you could look out into the garden at all times. And we had another long slit window near the WC which allows narrow patterned light into the bathroom as well, with the result that the bathroom has light coming in from two sides, which always creates a sense of openness in every space. In the second bathroom, which had a lot less light coming in, we chose to do slightly more dramatic interior lighting and a kind of floating mirror near the wash basin, which is actually adjoining the shower cubicle. And because it's a tight space, this device really enabled us to kind of expand the space within the bathroom. I personally believe that a home is primarily a resting place, and it needs to be a nurturing space as well. So most of what we do is creating very quiet, timeless interiors which have a warmth and emotional quality which comes from the kind of connection we establish with the family when we're creating the space. So it becomes something that is deeply personal and memorable to the family. and not something which is just a visual object. Saint-Gobain glass opened up a variety of possibilities in our ability to link spaces together, in the ability to bring the outside in, and also in the way that the spaces really kind of flow into each other. And I think that is really the beauty of any interior space, and definitely a home, where all the spaces are interconnected. Striations across time. To dwell, to burrow, to inhabit deeply, meaningfully, with mindfulness. That is a home. To find and hold the light. That is a home. To hear the notes of resonant music in colors and forms that belong. That is a home. To layer past, present, and future. That is a home. To say more with exquisitely less. That is a home. A healing, nurturing space. That is a home.